Hello again, guys. Thank you for coming back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys just a quick review of the new Jakks Pacific Giant Godzilla 2019, as you can see right before you. Now, this is a huge Godzilla figure, alright, and right now it's being sold in stores. Now, I'm just going to be straight with you guys up front. For those of you who have the 2014 version of this figure, other than the coloration of this figure, there is nothing different about between this figure and the 2014 figure. It's the exact same sculpt. It's got the exact same feet, the exact same everything except for the color. All right. Now, if you guys were hoping that they would do something different, I kind of anticipated that they weren't. Okay, just to save time and money, I guess. All right, and again, in my previous video a year ago when I customized the 2014 version, I was a little bit too critical about this figure in saying that the dorsal fins weren't right. Which I didn't take into account at the time that this is a children's toy, okay? This is not a collector's item, okay? So that's why, I mean, no parent would want to buy a Godzilla with sharp dorsal fins that could potentially poke out a kid's eye. So that's the reason behind this. It's for the safety of children. All right, now let me show you guys my previous, my other Godzilla, my 2014, just to give you guys a comparison between the dorsal fins. He's right up against my Giant Optimus Prime. Okay, so as you can tell, the dorsal fins, I customized the dorsal fins on this guy a year ago, which is the reason why I purchased the 2019, because I will be, once again, doing a tutorial on how to customize this figure. All right, so if you guys would like to learn how to customize your figure just to improve the aesthetics and to give that appearance of the 2019 Godzilla a little bit more than the figure already is, stick around. Coming right up is my tutorial that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to take you step by step. I will provide you with all the information that you guys need in order for you guys to do the customization. All right, guys, so stick around for that. Okay, guys, welcome to the tutorial section of the video, guys. So as you guys see behind me, I have my giant Jakks Pacific Godzilla. And I've drawn out a pattern of the dorsal fins, and I used my Jakks Pacific 3-inch Godzilla as an example. So I did the best that I could to draw out the dorsal fins, you know, to try and match it as much as I tried imagining what this figure would look like blown up. All right, so that's what I did here. All right, so it was quite a bit of trial and error, but I like what I see, so I think I'm going to stick with this. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys, I've drawn out a pattern of the dorsal fins that I'm using. All right, guys, so by the time you guys watch this video, if you guys go to my Figure Mania Facebook page, which is the link is in the description section below, that'll take you to my Facebook fan page. You guys can click on the photo section, and there you will find the patterns to the center row of the dorsal fins and also the side row of the dorsal fins. Okay, so basically what you guys need to do is download it and then print it out on A4 size paper. All right, so let me give you guys a closer look of what I've done with this Godzilla. Okay, so let me just try and... All right, so if you guys can see that, I also included the head, okay, because I didn't want... Here, let me take, so see like how, you know, it just has these dorsal fins and then boom, it just tapers off like very quickly. I want to have that transition, so that's why I'm including this headpiece. I mean, you guys don't have to. I mean, it's really up to you guys. All right, so I've labeled all the pieces of the dorsal fins. All right, so the pattern will also be labeled as well. All right, so what you guys need to do, let me show you the materials that I'm using. I've actually, last time, in my previous video a year ago when I customized my other Godzilla, I used styrofoam, but this time I'm using the actual cardboard from the box itself. So I'm using the cardboard for that to cut out my my dorsal fins. All right, now basically what you guys need to do is cut this out and then trace the pattern onto cardboard, any cardboard actually, okay? Not too thin, not too thick either, all right? And then once you trace one side, then you flip it over, trace the other, and then you'll have two parts. And then, of course, you'll see later in the tutorial, I'm gonna glue them together, and then I'm gonna use hot glue to just build up the dorsal fin. Okay, so it's going to be encased in cardboard and hot glue. All right, so yeah, so I've included that for you guys. I mean, you guys can use my my pattern, or you guys can draw up your own. I mean, it's really up to you. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to get to work on customizing this guy. Oh, one more thing. Like these two little dorsal fins here on the side here, I'm probably gonna cut these off because they're in the way for me. Like when I apply the hot glue and everything, this is gonna get in the way for sure. So I will cut these pieces off. And when I apply the dorsal fins, the new dorsal fins for this guy, basically what I want it to look like is like if you look at this Godzilla figure, all right, so if you see the way his dorsal fins are, all right, you know, like they're out like this, right? So the center row and then the side rows are like that. All right, so that's my goal, which is what I'm gonna do with my Godzilla. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna get to work on this guy right now. I'm gonna show you guys step by step as I go. All right, so kicking it off here, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the biggest dorsal fin over here. So I got my two cardboard pieces already cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend them a little bit like this, you know, so just, you know, so I can accommodate it a little bit better. Now you'll notice that I have these in place. This is just to help guide me to know how, you know, how much space I have between the dorsal fins and things. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So as you notice, I already cut these pieces off, even on the other side as well. So I got my glue gun, so I'm gonna start applying the hot glue onto my pieces here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with the outer piece over here, like that. Okay, so here I go. Okay, now I'm going to apply the hot glue around the pattern to the dorsal fin. Okay, so make sure that you have enough glue sticks, okay, because something like this, you guys can end up using a good amount of glue, that's for sure. I mean, I definitely used a lot of glue the last time I did this. Alright, so here I go. Try to be as precise as I can. All right. Okay, so maybe just apply just a little bit over here. I'll use the glue, the hot glue, to build around it and then just to fill in all these gaps in here and things. Alright, so I got one down and I got all these other ones to go. Alrighty, so that's how I'm starting this off. I just finished putting on the center dorsal fins. All right, so I'm gonna take off the tail so I can flip them around easily. Okay, so here you go. You see on both sides. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. All right, so now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna start applying the hot glue on both sides of the dorsal fins. Now, obviously have a hot glue gun and make sure that you guys have a lot of glue gun sticks for this, okay, because you guys are going to be using a lot of these. All right, okay, so here I go. Now when I apply this, I'm going to try and stroke upwards too, okay, so just to give it kind of like that pattern like that Godzilla has on his dorsal fins. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing that over and over and over again until I've covered the whole dorsal fin in hot glue, and then later I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint over it. Alright, so this this part here will be the most time consuming. Okay guys, I just got done doing the center dorsal plates. As you can see, this thing is loaded with hot glue. Alright, so also when you guys do this, try the best that you can to fill in the gaps. You guys are going to get some gappages when you do this with the cardboard. I mean, I got some gappages too when I first did it a year ago with the styrofoam. All right, so that's looking pretty cool in my opinion. And yeah, so now I'm gonna work on the side dorsal fins, and then after that I'm gonna paint it up, and then I should be good to go. All right, so please bear with me. Okay, moving on to the side dorsal fins. Okay, so I got my pattern up again just to guide me. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna start that right now. All right, guys, I just want to touch up on something here. So when I apply the side row of the dorsal fins on this figure, there's this line. Okay, so I'm pointing to it right now. This is the line that I'm going to work with. All right, so that's where I'm going to apply the side dorsal fins on this figure right here. All right, guys, so let's see how that turns out. Alright guys, now to help you pick the right paint that you guys are going to be using for your Godzilla, what I would recommend is that you just take a piece of your Godzilla off from the tail and just go into a hobby store and ask, hey, can you help me pick a paint that's close to this color? Which is what I did, and I ended up with this kind of paint here. Okay, so it's in Chinese, so I don't know what it says, but it's a flat color. Oh, it's actually, it says tired black, so that's the color of it. All right, so that's the one that I'm going to be using to paint the dorsal fins. All right, so here I go. Alright guys, so he is finally complete, and I really like the result that I got out of this guy. Um, the color that I picked for the figure is pretty close, if you can see from the in the camera. All right, and what else can I say? I mean, this was a lot of work, a lot more work than my previous custom. Okay, so if you guys devote, you could probably knock this out in 2 days. All right, if you work straight through it. One, probably if you have some help. All right, now my wife did help me with the painting to get the paint and all the little crevices and all that stuff, so that was pretty difficult to do on my own, but my wife did that, help me with the paint, so now he's finally complete. All right guys, so again, if you guys would like to modify your giant Godzilla, you guys can go to my Figure Mania Facebook page and find the exact same pattern. All right, so I'll leave that there for you guys to download for free, of course. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to do some toy photography with this guy, see what kind of shots I can get out of this guy. All right, guys? So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.